Who should we call? Everyone! Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Wright, and welcome to Wright at the Movies. Today I'm talking about San Andreas. It stars The Rock, Carla Gugino, Paul Giamatti, and Alexandra Daddario. And it's about an earthquake in California, and it messes up everything. Buildings fall, and debris is everywhere, and there's fire, and then there's flooding, and everybody gets scared, and there's buildings falling, and there's debris everywhere, and drama. This movie fits into a very difficult category in movies. The exactly what I expected category. Because this movie's good. But it's exactly what you expect. You have an expectation going in. You have an expectation buying your ticket. You have an expectation sitting down in the theater. Some movies challenge those expectations. Some movies ruin those expectations. Some movies meet those expectations beautifully. San Andreas read my mind on everything I thought this movie was going to be and did it. Both a good thing and a bad thing. Because this is a disaster movie. So, disaster happens. I know, spoiler alert. And every time the disaster happens, it's excellent. And it's really, really scary and really, really, really effective.
I cannot emphasize this enough. You need to get out. And I mean now.
Your heart is pounding. Your adrenaline is through the roof. Like that one scene when the quake is going through the city and it looks like the whole city is just doing the wave. And then the actual wave. It's very realistic. The effects are very, very well done. The big effects are done very well. Some of the little effects really underwhelmed me. So there's huge scenes, and then when it's more character driven, there's small stuff, and it's really underwhelming. It doesn't feel right. And every single time there's a big action piece, it's followed by a big drama piece. The movie keeps halting to a complete stop in order to tell you more about the Rock's family, and I just can't care. I just can't. Just blow up another building, please. Thank you. It's know what you're good at and use it. Family drama is not what you're good at. Character motivation is not what you're good at. You're good at blowing stuff up. It's so strong in its disaster that after a while it almost stops affecting you. It all just sounds like noise. It all just is just too much on your brain. Your brain just stops paying attention. It's just too much. It's overstimulation. There's too much happening. So after a while, all of these really impressive buildings completely falling down and every window shattering, it just feels Paul Giamatti may be my favorite character in the movie. He plays an earthquake scientist, and he's just looking at a lot of computers, and he wants to help everybody. And he just has this weight to him, this gravitas, and when he's just talking about how this upcoming earthquake is going to be the scariest and biggest earthquake ever, you just believe him. He's got that weight in him, and it's crazy, it's scary.
You will feel it on the East Coast.
Some of his lines are a little hokey, and he does feel like he's in a totally different movie because it doesn't interact with the Rock storyline at all. But I like him. Carla Gugino and Alexandra Daddario are both also really good. But let's face it, we're here for The Rock. We're here for The Rock to be The Rock and to save people from falling rocks. And you're not going to be disappointed if that's why you're here. It's hard to rave about him so much in this one because he's just The Rock, which is fine, but I just like my Rock a little bit more satirical. I like my Fast and Furious Rock. I like a Rock who's kind of in on the joke about the fact that he looks like a ridiculous action figure and less like an actual human being. In this, he's fine. he's just The Rock. It harkened back to a lot of those 80s and 90s disaster movies that everybody loved so much. I was never a huge fan of them, but they're good movies. Most of them. So I do recommend it if you like disaster movies. And I can't wait to ride the ride at Universal Studios when it undoubtedly gets announced. I'm gonna give it 1 thumb up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Mr. Wright. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.